Today I'm making one of my favorite treats, Java chocolate chip cookies. I've already softened the butter and put it in the mixer. The next thing I'll do is add the white sugar. And I use a little bit more brown sugar than I do white sugar. I think it helps with the moisture of the cookie. So I've added the white sugar, and now I'll add the brown. And after I add the brown sugar, I add what might be a secret ingredient, it's honey. And honey just makes it, I think, get stale a little bit less fast. So when I put the honey in, I can add my next secret ingredient, which is coffee grounds. As finely ground as you can get them. And if we add them in here, they mix in with the butter and the sugar, and you get a really nice consistency. Then the next thing I'll do is add in my eggs. 4 eggs, always at room temperature. And once this is all incorporated, I'll start adding in the dry ingredients. And usually I'll take one time, turn the mixer off, and scrape the bowl. It's probably one of the easiest things to do to make sure you get homogeneous batter. So just mix down the sides and make sure you get all the way to the bottom of the bowl. Mix it up. And it does look a lot darker than what you might be used to because of the coffee and because I use more brown sugar as well. So now I can add in the vanilla. And next I'll add in the flour. And I always put the salt and the baking soda in and give it a stir. Now I can just start pouring it in. I usually do it in 2 times. That way you don't get flour all over your kitchen. Once it starts to be all mixed in, put the rest of it in very carefully. You can pulse it, get it all mixed in together, and give it a stir with your spatula. And you still might get flour in the kitchen. It's all starting to come together. And I've made a large batch. I started off with a whole pound of butter, and I used 4 eggs. And so this is a double batch than what you might be used to making. And I also use a lot more chocolate chips. So I'll mix this all together, and then I'll be ready to put it on the baking sheet. So see, it looks a lot darker. And then I'll mix in the chocolate chips. And in a minute, I will put them on the baking sheet, bake them, and you'll be able to see the rest. Okay. So I just use the old double spoon technique to put them on the cookie sheet, just like that. But you can do it a couple of other ways. Since I've made a large batch, I can make some into rolls, put them in some plastic wrap, and put them in the refrigerator or the freezer. They're good in the refrigerator for about a week, and I think they taste better after a couple days in the refrigerator. Or you can freeze them, and then you have your own slice and bake cookies whenever you'd like. So the cookies are ready. How I know they're ready is that they look a little bit more brown around the edges, and they look a tiny bit wet in the middle. And they'll cook a little bit more as they cool. Take them off. My parchment paper is so nice. I'm gonna have some that I baked just a little bit earlier. Right here, I'll try. And that I wrapped up to be put in the refrigerator or the freezer for whenever they're needed. So I'll try one. A little bit of dark chocolate, a little bit of milk chocolate, a little bit of white chocolate, coffee, and milk.